Okay, we're going to talk about how Dr. Margaret Barker figured out the secret of Christianity. She's saying that Jesus actually represented the return of Melchizedek, and that the Garden of Eden was supposed to be the worship of the Adam and Eve were supposed to eat the tree of life. So here we have this quote: Adam and Eve were intended to eat from the tree of life. Now, Dr. Margaret Barker, probably does not realize that Sri Yukteswar, in his book, The Holy Science, he also says that the secret truth of Christianity is that the tree of life is the Kundalini energy. So we'll find right here, tree of life. All right, we don't get a word searchable version. See if this works. Tree of life. Yukteswar. Okay, so that's not a word searchable version. This one might be. Let's see if this one works. Nope. Sorry. It's not my fault the internet's broken. Just trying to word search a document. Nope, still not word searchable. Anyway, you're just gonna have to believe me. Oh wait, here we go. Now we'll find word searchable version. Full text. Sometimes the PDFs are word searchable, sometimes they're not. Fine. Garden of Eden. Adam and Eve. Adam, Eve. Tree. Here we go. That's where he's saying, here we go, the root of the tree of life. I found it. The sexual organ, the junction of important nerves, particularly the sympathetic, spinal nerves, which in conjunction with the brain are capable of enlivening the whole system. In a sense, the root of the tree of life. Man, well instructed in the proper use of sex, can keep his body and mind in proper health and live a pleasant life. Can live a pleasant life throughout. The practical principles are not taught. So that is the secret of the Garden of Eden. This sexual desire in a normal state makes man quite free of all disturbing lust. So the whole point is that the sympathetic nervous system goes down the front of the body, and it's activated by lust. And then for the male, that causes the loss of the life force energy. But then through the standing exercises, you can reverse the sympathetic nervous system activation so that you get a parasympathetic rebound and store the energy. So basically, when you do the small universe meditation, which is also taught in Kriya Yoga, you bring the energy up the front as the parasympathetic nervous system, and then down the front, or up the back as the parasympathetic nervous system, and then down the front as the sympathetic nervous system. So she's got a ton of lectures online about the divine feminine. So this energy is originally feminine as the mother goddess, which goes all the way back to, well, our original human culture. This is the gnome. The gnome energy is Kundalini. So somebody was asking about this. Like, there's this big thing online that the semen retention is being taught as some kind of secret, but you're actually not doing semen retention. So I explained that in actual alchemy, you do not want to create semen, because the lower dantian, which is the tree of life, it connects to the testicles through the sympathetic nervous system. So that's what changes the yin qi or generative force into semen. So what you want to do is you want to save up the generative force as yin qi, and you do not want it to change into semen. So this whole point of semen retention is totally idiotic, because they don't understand how the actual meditation process works. So that's why it's so rare to actually activate the Kundalini energy. So normally when you eat food, it can either turn into the yin qi or it will turn into semen, based on whether you do the breathing exercises and also purify your energy. So if you have that lust reaction, then you've like pre-triggered the loss and the creation of the semen through that sympathetic nervous system. So you have to do the breathing exercises with the standing exercises to get the parasympathetic rebound. So you're using your thigh muscles to achieve a extreme sympathetic. You're using you want to get that sympathetic nervous system to the extreme, because your thigh muscles are strong enough, so your legs are shaking, and that causes a parasympathetic rebound to reset your energy back into the parasympathetic, that's what the lower dantian is. The lower dantian is that. See, the parasympathetic connects to your testicles. So what happens is that you first have the lust reaction, but then if you have attraction, that's what's called evil fire of the heart, because the attraction is actually where you're taking the lust reaction, and then it activates the parasympathetic lower dantian energy, and so then you're having the left side vagus nerve goes up the front to the brain. So you're actually instead of having the sympathetic nervous system go down the front, you're having the vagus nerve energy go up the front, which is what you do not want to do, because it's the opposite of alchemy, to store up the energy. So that's what I did. That's how I burned off all my energy. It's what they call the evil fire of the heart. So it's actually tantra, because you're having the energy go up the front. Yeah, I'm still learning about this right now. So when you dilate the generative duct, that's the actual vagus nerve, the right side vagus nerve that's connecting to the testicles, because that's what the vagus nerve does, is it dilates your blood vessel. So when the heart vibrates in sympathy, that's actually the eyes twinkling. That's your sympathetic nervous system, because the energy is going out your eyes. So the sympathetic nervous system connects from your eyes back to the pineal gland. So in order to activate the tree of life and as wisdom, you have to reverse that process. And so you're not retaining semen, you're actually storing up the chi because your focus is on creating chi. And then you have to turn the yin chi and yang chi into wan chi, and you do that through meditation, because when your eyes are closed, the left eye is the yin chi, the generative force. The right eye is the yang chi and so the left eye is yang shen, and shen being spirit, and the right eye is yin shen. So when you rotate your eyes, you're mixing together the yin and yang, and that's how you create the wan chi. And so the wan chi is the prenatal vitality. It's like the chi of the universe. When it's in your body, it's called wan chi. When it's outside your body, it's called cosmic chi. So we're cut off from this cosmic chi because we haven't done this activating the tree of life from the Garden of Eden. We got cut off from the Garden of Eden. So that's the real source of original sin, because the generative force is actually the lunar energy as yin chi. And this is why females are yang internally, because it's through this right side vagus nerve that you're building up the energy into the lower dantian. So I go into it more in this old blog post here. So basically, when you trigger that sympathetic nervous system, you have a biophoton signal that connects to the sympathetic nervous system through the pineal gland via the eyes. So the eyes are connecting with the biophotons outside of the body. So you have that lust reaction. It's an instinctive reaction because we are mammals. We see a form that we consider to be attractive. So all of a sudden we have that lust reaction, and that's the sympathetic nervous system being activated. So eventually that causes the life force energy to get lost by the males. So the parasympathetic, the vagus nerve, is what maintains the erection, but the sympathetic nervous system is what triggers the erection at first, and the sympathetic nervous system is what finally causes the ejaculation. And so when you ejaculate, you're losing the lecithin, and the lecithin is what myelinates the nerves to store up. So that's the yang chi. So you're storing up the charge in the yang chi, but the real secret is the wan chi, which is this negative frequency and time reversed force as a virtual photon or soul energy. It's the magnetic moment of the virtual photon. And so when you turn the light around, that's called the wan shen, which is like the clear light or the light of no light that inherently cannot be seen. But what you're doing is you're listening to the source of light. So the left ear is the yang jing, and the right ear is the yin jing. So that's reversed with what you're seeing with your eyes, because the left eye is the yin chi, and the right eye is the yang chi, and the left eye is the yin shen, and the right eye is the yang shen. So you get the yang chi or yang jing and yang shen are actually aligned. So that's what you do through meditation with your eyes closed, is you're connecting with that internal listening process that's actually superluminal. It's a negative frequency and time reversed energy. So that's pretty much it. And eventually you activate the pineal gland, the third eye, as the tree of knowledge when you do that. But first you have to embrace the tree of life. So Dr. Margaret Barker is saying that's the true secret of Christianity, is to embrace the tree of life. And that got lost. But that's also what Sri Yukteswar is saying, as I just explained. So here you have the biophoton signal. It actually goes in the body to the adrenal gland. And that's what pre-triggers the loss of the life force energy, the Jing.